The State of Israel is all set to send a delegation to Cairo for talks with the representatives of Hamas on a new ceasefire proposal in the Gaza Strip. The delegation will be comprised of security officials, and earlier the U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken had discussed the urgent need to reduce tensions in West Asia as he met with the Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. Now, Blinken also highlighted that the utmost need of the hour is to achieve a ceasefire and that Washington will continue with its efforts with this regard.
Hamas has before it a proposal that is extraordinarily generous on the part of Israel. And in this moment, the only thing standing between the people of Gaza and a ceasefire is Hamas. They have to decide, and they have to decide quickly.
Blinken also underscored the need for sustaining an increase in humanitarian assistance to the Gaza Strip. The Hamas delegation will return to Cairo with a response on Gaza truce. Earlier, the negotiators for Hamas had met with the Qatari and the Egyptian mediators about the phased ceasefire proposal that Israel had presented over the weekend. Now remember, the Israeli ceasefire proposal is not a ceasefire in the general sense. The word ceasefire is understood. It is more in the nature of a brief military pause for the exchange of hostages. Israeli proposal, in fact, involved the release of fewer than 40 of the roughly 130 Israeli hostages who still remain in the custody of Hamas. In exchange, the Palestinians who have been jailed and have been in Israeli prisons would be freed. The second phase of the truce would consist of a period of sustained calm, which is Israel's compromised response to Hamas's demand for a permanent ceasefire, which Israel is not offering. Meanwhile, President Joe Biden, on a phone call with his Egyptian counterpart Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, discussed the deal to secure the release of hostages together with a brief military pause in the Gaza Strip. The Biden confirmed that the United States, together with Egypt and Qatar, will work to ensure the implementation of the terms of this deal if it is agreed. Now, amidst the negotiations, the Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu is also facing a lot of pressure on multiple fronts. Israel is voicing concerns that the International Criminal Court could be preparing to issue arrest warrants for government officials on charges related to the conduct of its war on the Palestinians in the Gaza Strip. The prosecutors from the ICC have interviewed staff from Gaza's two biggest hospitals about possible crimes, war crimes in the Gaza Strip. Netanyahu is also facing pressure from far-right allies to reject a new ceasefire with Gaza, jeopardizing his government's stability. On the other front, there are thousands of Israelis who are simply not happy with Netanyahu, and they've been rallying in the capital, Tel Aviv, and they're demanding for the release of 130 hostages who are still in the custody of Hamas. The protesters got into scuffles with the Israeli police after blocking roads in Tel Aviv, while 5 protesters were said to be arrested. Meanwhile, in the United States of America, the Columbia University has begun suspending pro-peace activists who refused to dismantle a tent encampment on its New York City campus. This came after the Ivy League school declared a stalemate in talks seeking to end the anti-war demonstration against the Israeli offensive in the Gaza Strip. Now remember, what these anti-war demonstrating students are demanding is a ceasefire in the Gaza Strip and also the divestment of university funds in companies that are involved with the Israeli military, and also an end to US military aid to the State of Israel. For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.